Hey guys, this is kind of a continuation from yesterday's video of Wagon Wednesday. This is a look at all of the Buick wagons from Autoworld, except for the one promotional release that they made for some demo derby club or Facebook page, something like that. But anyways, it was basically just a promotional item that they only made a couple thousand of. And it's a cool car, don't get me wrong, but I was just going after the main retail releases for like Walmart or Hobby only, whatever, something like that. But anyways, these are it, all 10 of them. And if you want to be very, very specific, there are 11 models, including the Demo Derby one. That's like I was explaining with the Roadrunners. There's a 73 and 4 Roadrunner from Autoworld. There are 8 releases of stock appearing ones, and then there's one Ratfink release, which is okay, but I'm not a fan of it. I like Ratfink, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it all over a 74 Roadrunner. That's just me. But anyways, these Buick wagons are all wearing stock paint and stock trim. They have the years of 74, 5, and 6. And this was one of the biggest wagons ever produced, if not was the biggest wagon produced. They range around, I think, 230 inches to 232 inches in length. I think I looked up the 74 and it was 231, I believe. That's when we were unboxing this one yesterday, the 74. I ended up taking a moment to look up some facts about it because I wanted to compare it in size for the 64 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser because excuse me, guys. The Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser, I really like the 64 and 5, and Johnny Lightning makes that casting, and I kind of came to the conclusion that it's close enough to being true to scale for me to start collecting them. Because, as I mentioned yesterday, that's one of my favorite years of Oldsmobiles, the 64 and 5, outside of like the 80s, because I'm a big G-body fan, but I still love the 60s muscle too. When it comes to General Motors. Mopart's a little different. So this is a 76, and this is probably, I would say, let me see, is this a 76? No, that's a 75. Okay. So this here, and I think the counterpart to it, like version A and B, no, that's not it. Huh. Where would be the next one? Maybe it was this one. Not sure. But anyways, here are two 76s. And this one is like a, I don't know, kind of a goldish tan metallic with the wood grain side. And then there's a 76 in blue with blue interior, which I think is really cool. And the wood grain side. That's another thing I liked about the 70s. You could get interior to match the exterior of your car in most cases, even if it's green, red, blue, even yellow. I mean, the yellows are more like this guy here with the tan. But you could get so many different vibrant colors for interiors back in the 60s and 70s. So it was kind of cool. So as you can see, the 76, as I mentioned yesterday, has a very large grille opening with very square, large headlights compared to the other two. That's why I said, looking at the scene directly from the front like that, it almost represents a Cadillac, but it is a Buick. So now looking at the 75 next to it. So a lot changed in the front ends from 75 to 76. You can see it still had the round headlights. In 75, it still had the bigger grill openings, but the grill was narrower with a bigger lip on the header panel. And then 74 is here. So that's your differences in the front ends. You could see how the grill just kept growing from 74 to 76. The grill and the headlights both kept growing together. Now flipping them around, looking at the back of the vehicle, they're all pretty much the same when it comes to the tail lights and rear bumper and stuff like that. The 74, 5, and 6 look the same, unless there was like some kind of lines on the tail lights that indicated the different years. Like, for example, like a 71 to 72 Chevelle, the marker lights in the front are the same, but the 72 has no like bezel splitting the light in half. A 71 does. And then the grill is slightly different. The center bar is wider on the 72, I believe, than the 71, or vice versa. But the 71 had the bezel with the split in the middle on the marker light. So with that being said, the tail lights on the Buick Wagons could have had that too, because Autoworld, sometimes it bothers me, they chintz on the lights. They never use acrylic. It's all one piece on the body, and they use either paint or tampos, usually paint. Rarely do you get tampos, but the paint still does it most of the time, because these Buicks are beautiful. They did a great job on them. So in the lineup here, I showed you the difference in the years, how they appear different. So now there is a 75 here, and that's a 76. And then this guy here is a 74. So we're trying to get the 75s together. That, I believe, is a 75. And this guy here is also a 75. That one here is a 74. That's a 74. This one in my hand is a 74. And then that guy there is a 75. And there's a 74. So we only had two 76s. So definitely these two are counterparts to one another. These are the only two 76s that they released. Unless the Junkyard Demo Derby one is a 76. There's only two 76s. And then there are 4 74s and 4 75s. So here you have your dark green, your yellow, your white, and your silver 75s. For the 75s, I really like this all silver one with the red interior. I think that's a beautiful color combo. And I do like the fact that there's no wood grain on the side of it. It looks more sporty like this than like your typical family car. That one looks more, I don't know, like a business car than a family car. Then the yellow one would probably be after that. The 75s have some nice color combos on them. The 74s did too. I love the all burgundy or maroon, whatever color you want to call this, 74 with the same color interior, which is really nice. Very nice looking car. And the blue one that I just picked up is okay. I like the lighter colors with the wood grain than the darker stuff. The green, though, however, does look pretty good. The darker blue, it's all right. And then I have to say the least favorite out of all of them is that seafoam green 74. That, I think, is the ugliest color that was produced in the 70s. But that's just me. And a lot of the manufacturers had that color. I used to have a 77 Buick Century that was almost that color. A little bit, I guess, I don't even know how to explain it, but it had metallic in it, and it was a little bit more vibrant than that, but it was very similar. So, guys, that's it for the lineup of wagons. Just wanted to bring them out and show you the differences in the years and show you how many they made of each year. So we have 4 74s, 4 75s, and 2 76s. And as I mentioned, I'm not sure what year the Demo Derby one is, and such, but that one, as I mentioned, was a promotional item for that guy's club or business, something like that. Now, that is it for today. We will be back again tomorrow for our Free It Friday, and we'll crack open some stuff for you from Greenlight and I think Johnny Lightning. So, enjoy your Thursday, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.